Well, what is your relationship with luck? Recently, I was traveling. I was down in Sydney and I found myself with a couple of hours free at my hotel. I had some work to do, and so I was tossing up whether do I stay in my room or do I take my laptop downstairs to the lobby. And I chose the latter. So I went downstairs, I made myself comfortable at one of the public spaces near the cafe down there. Now, shortly after, in walks a friend of mine from school I hadn't seen in years. Turns out he's now the CEO of a multi-million dollar firm. So not only good, or was it good to reconnect personally with an old friend, professionally, now I have an opportunity to pitch a leadership program and gain a new client. Lucky I chose the lobby, hey, or was it? Since I've been a teenager, I've always loved the quote that luck is where opportunity meets skill. And it's almost like you can kind of create an equation for luck, right? It's luck equals skill plus opportunity. When we put in the work, when we do the preparation, when we build and hone our skills, then we are definitely ready when the opportunity arises. But skills are not the only part of the equation that we have influence over. Because it's tempting to focus on developing your skills and then sitting back and waiting, right? Waiting for opportunities to magically appear is what many people do. That's kind of what I did for many years. But then there are those leaders who just always seem to have more opportunities than others. Are they luckier? Or is there something else going on? So we often think that opportunities, they just occur spontaneously, and that luck, therefore, plays a big part as to whether or not we get to take advantage of an opportunity or whether we even get an opportunity in the first time. This right time, right place mentality, well, it places opportunity beyond our control, leaving it to chance. It's actually quite a disempowering perspective when you think about it. We can, however, take some of that control back, or at least we can have some influence over what opportunities come our way. See, when we position ourselves intentionally, we can increase the chances of certain opportunities coming our way, whether or not we are in the right place at the right time. See, had I chosen to stay in my room, I would not have seen my friend. But I intentionally positioned myself where I could be seen. I made it possible and positioned myself for the opportunity to arise. Now, my question is this: when it comes to your leadership, where and how do you position yourself? Do you position yourself for opportunities to influence your people? See, I see far too many leaders who are distracted by their workloads. They're driven by productivity, and that's kind of how they measure success. And so they're drawn to their office, they chain themselves to their desk in order to get things done. Now, this may increase their focus, it might allow them to tick off more things on their to-do list, but it also decreases the level of interaction that they have with their people, and therefore their effectiveness as leaders. What we need to remember that as leaders, engaging with people is the work. So effective leadership, therefore, it requires two things: visibility and availability. Your people, they need to see you, and they need to be able to approach you, to engage with you. And they need to see you and engage with you kind of on the ground, right? Where they work, where they have lunch, where they are, not just in a weekly meeting. Now, psychologically, positioning yourself where people are shifts their perceptions of you. So it encourages them to see you as one of us, one of the group, not disconnected from us, not better than us, not sitting up in an ivory tower. And when you are seen as one of us, when you are seen as part of the group, you increase your level of influence with them, with the group. More practically, it kind of exposes you to your people and their work. It gives you opportunity to observe performance, to provide feedback, to identify gaps in capability, Maybe you might contribute to some sort of collaboration. Maybe you'll even discover some talent that you didn't know you had in the organization. You know, recently, when I was coaching a regional construction executive, I encouraged him to leave head office once a week, go and work from a project site for the day. Now, within a matter of weeks, performance issues had been resolved, local culture had shifted, and there were a number of problems that had been solved. And pleasingly for the executive, he was much more satisfied with work because he felt once again connected to his people. All because he positioned himself to have more opportunities to engage and influence his people. He positioned himself to lead. Now, how can you do that? My challenge to you is to identify 3 opportunities to influence your people and how you could position yourself to make each one happen. Go and do that. Until next time, lead well.